Hello, hello. Welcome. I hope you are having a pleasant Monday, or have had a pleasant Monday, or will be having a pleasant Monday today.
Thundercats! Ho!
Sonnevelt just subscribed, you bloody legend, or is the satisfying conclusion of Ultima IX.
Hey, Sonneveld, welcome on in. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the resub. 26 months, that's ridiculous. And yes, today, exciting. We are starting the final Ultima game, Ultima IX Ascension, widely regarded as the best of all Ultimas by people like the G-Funk, who have played 8 and 9. It has its issues, but let's not rag on the game too much. It's still a pretty cool game, and we'll get into some of the things we could have changed with it. An X+1 stream streak. Aha, welcome in, Stiff Magician. Perhaps the ultimate. Hey, welcome, woman. Yes. They apparently were going to make an Ultima 10, which was going to be like Ultima Online 2 or something like that. But that never panned out, and EA just kind of shelved the whole thing. Bloody EA, man. But yeah, Ultima. We're gonna play Ultima 9, and we have a Poppy Cam. Poppy is here on the stream, being very nice, being very cute. Yes, you're cute. And yeah, I'm a little tired and a little fuzzy. I had an MRI today, just my semi-regular checkup MRI. I'll go see the specialists later, and they can have a look at it and what have you. But it's just you're blasted by intense magnetic fields and things. It just tends to leave me a little off, you know. Like, yeah, it's been loud, sure, but there's also been like very strong fields. I don't know. I've lost my connection to the astral plane or something like that. Hello, Snecknosteples. Welcome in. How are you doing? Good to see people, and we're excited to play Ultima 7, Ultima 9. And after that, I don't know. We'll probably be giving Ultima a little break. But at some point in the distant future, I might like to wrap around and start from the very, very beginning, like the early games which I never played. But for now, this is a nostalgia trip down memory lane, and gonna take a look at this 24-year-old game or something like that. 25? Yeah, actually, that's right. I saw on the Twitter. I think in November 1999 is when Ultima 9 came out for the North Americas, and then it would have been a few months later in 2000 that it came out for Europe and the rest of the world. So it would have been then that I played it, but we are kind of coming up on the 25th anniversary of Ultima 9. So hey, that's fun. Have I done Fallout 1 and 2? I've never played Fallout 1 and 2, no. For that matter, I've never played Fallout 3, New Vegas, or 4. But I've at least seen Let's Plays of 3, New Vegas, and 4. Well, next you probably need to play the David Bowie Serpent Isle mod. I've heard about that Star Drop. I've heard it's really cool. Yeah, there's that. I want to play Thief, the Dark Project. That'll be a fun one to do. I've got Prey on my Steam catalog, which I picked up on a sale. I still haven't got round to that. there's a lot. There's a lot we could be playing, and I'm only really regularly streaming for a couple of hours once a week. 1 and 2 are great. Thief is amazing. Yeah, I love Thief. So I don't know what we'll get into next, but for now, we can focus on Ultima 9. Let's load up my fancy pants Frameroo, as it's technically called. Prey 97 or Prey 2015? 2015, Wob, the Arcane Studios one. And we run the game like this. I'm running it via Wine. We're running the 1.19F patched version. It's gonna make my computer struggle a bit as it starts up. And we can't play cutscenes, which is weird because the cutscenes are literally just MPEG 1 or MPEG 2 file data. I won't be angry if you played a certain Thief 3 level for Spooktober. Ah, yes. Well, there's also the Cradle. Not the Cradle, that is the Cradle, but there's also the Haunted Cathedral in Thief 1 and 2. You'll have to act out the cutscenes. Nope, I have a solution for this, because the... What are we wanting here? Column Datch. Oh, give me a second. It's trying to launch the game. Hello? Okay, I think we're safe. So for column.dat, it's actually just MPEG file, and I can play it with MPV. Thanks. Welcome. Actually quite liked U9. Yeah, it's... On its own, it's not a bad game. It's buggy, but a lot of games were buggy. The weird things it does with the lore, well, we'll get into that. Somehow the Avatar returns home. That's it. Somehow. Someone playing Populous in this cutscene. Hey, welcome in, Cowfish. Son, welcome in. Hey, how you doing? Happy Monday. Is this what happens when you build your farm on top of an ancient evil tower? Yes, yes. Always check with the estate agent before you buy your hobby farm to see if there's ancient evil underneath. You have a vacation. That's great. Now, can I click the button that was previously shown? The spacebar? Or are we going to have to just restart the whole thing? Phone and seance before you dig. Yeah. Tab, enter, no. Okay, we're stuck. Because I clicked back into the window when that dialog box was up. So we're going to kill it and restart it. This is fine. To be fair, this is entirely new evil. Yes, this is not pre-existing evil. Computer struggles. Vulkan redoing shaders. Okay. And we're in. It's not capturing the audio. Fuck's sake.
Press and hold the right mouse button. You can also use the cursor to interact with objects. When you are close enough to use an object, the cursor will turn green if placed over the object. If you wish to use the object, click the left mouse button. For my next piece of counsel, left-click on the golden ankh that will appear by your bed.
So first, a word about me actually getting the game running. Back in the day, this was a game that was difficult to get running. And that intro, like after the intro cutscene and then the intro in-game thing where we zoom through this window, that's the first thing the game does. And if you didn't have the correct DirectX drivers installed, that was slow as treacle. Like, it was ridiculously slow and buggy and janky. And notice how the game doesn't give us any HUD yet, which is a nice, interesting, bold choice for slowly teaching someone new controls. But I can't press escape to bring up any kind of menu. I can't press I or J to bring up a journal or anything. So when the game is broken, it becomes a struggle to try and open any kind of options to fix the game, or even to quit the game, so that you could try again. And that original experience 25 years ago that Neko had was replicated somehow when I finally got this going. After installing the Community 1.19 patch to remove the Securom DRM, because Securom, the game loaded, but it was so busy doing Wine Vulkan compatibility things, I don't know, that it dragged my computer to a crawl just as it's coming to bring the camera into this room. And then on top of it all the subtitles and HUD elements were completely black. Our boy can afford a nice house, but not a couch for the TV. Well, this is the bedroom, so we've just got some cushions and things. And credit where credit is due, this game had a pretty damn advanced 3D engine for the time that had faux physics and interactable things, and you can look out the windows of this room and see outside. It would be years before most games did that. And also you can spin around in place when my cursor gets uncaptured from the window. Physics, yeah, that's it. Look, you can turn the lamp on and off. There's a phone. I need to dial my lawyer. Woo, okay. This did not come up during testing, but maybe if I leave the window and come back in. Where did Poppy go? Okay, Poppy has departed. Going to sneak off and do cat things. But we got her a little bit at the start. That's good. What's wrong? Well, earlier it was fine. But at the moment, my mouse is able to leave the screen, like the window, if I spin it fast enough. And now we get this wonderful view of the avatar's crotch. Because the mouse is no longer like in the game window. Whoa, that's going to be a little disconcerting. I assume if we move the mouse slowly, it will not be such an issue. Hail, Neko. Hail, Dr. Yasmin. How art thou? Ah, his whirling dervish. Intended. Intended game mechanic. I will switch off the poppy cam for the moment, because then we can see the card art that we've got as our frameroo thing. So maybe if I do that, it will be okay. So I've got a book here that's shining. I can open it up. And again, when I initially got this running, no text was rendering at all. Required some tweaking of config parameters. On the reading of books. Reading books can be an enriching and entertaining pastime. You'll find that the more books you read, the more you will know about the world, its inhabitants, and its history. In books, you can even find clues that you may otherwise miss. After opening a book, left-click on the folded page corner in the top right to turn the page. To turn back to the first page of a book, simply click on the bookmark. You can turn to the previous page by left-clicking on the folded corner in the top left. Once you have finished reading the book, press Escape or right-click anywhere on the book to close it. You know, these books are written for boomers because the font is so large. Also, you know, like, I'm running this at, 1400 by something else. And I'm still running it in a window because do not, games of this era all assumed that you wanted to make them full screen and take over the monitor resolution. And in modern times, with multiple monitors, and my monitor resolution is larger than that, it sucks so much. So I've convinced the game that it's actually running full screen, but it's in a virtual Wine desktop here. Let's see, there's a little box here. You can click on it. Nothing inside. Ring boo, 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 it's a spooky ring light. It's actually orange. This is kind of, like a pumpkin. It's kind of Halloween adjacent. So, the control scheme of this game is a little janky. What else can we interact with in our room? Harpsichord. There was a time in high school when I could actually read runes fluently. Yes, actually, Wob, I kept a diary for a little time, and I wrote it using Britannian runes as well. I'm still a bit rusty. Yay, sports. Still a bit rusty, but I can at least read and get the gist of a sentence, even if I can't remember exactly which character is which. Or younger Futhark. I mean, there's some overlap in Futhark, but I can't read Futhark really. Past notes, nice. I'm using a font here on my thingy, which is just called Britannian Runes, so it's really easy to just chuck stuff in there.
Surely you will not go adventuring without clothes. I think
I
your
don't know.
clothes are in the bathroom through the other door.
Should we go adventuring without clothes? What if it's hot? Yeah. Don't tell me what to do, strange voice in my head. Why not? Don't call me Shirley. No actual water that we can see there, but they made an effort. Non-functioning mirror, but hey, everything else is pretty cool. Like, I remember Morrowind and Oblivion, and hell, even Skyrim still doesn't have interior environments that you can then see out the windows of. It's always just blurred, because they want to save some frames and they don't want to render the outside environment. Should we use the toilet? No, but there's a book on the toilet. Equipping items. There are many things that you will want to take with you, and some that you will simply use. Your tool belt, clothes, backpack, journal, and compass will need to be taken with you. To do this, left-click on the object and drag it onto yourself, then release. To simply use an item, just left-click on it where it is. Some items can be either taken or used. For example, you can eat food by left-clicking on it, or you can left-click and drag it onto your backpack or tool belt to take it with you for later. Pro tips for food consumption though. Mirrors are still a pain to render even nowadays. Yeah. Functioning mirrors are overrated. Why would I want to see myself? Yeah. Well, you wouldn't want to see yourself in the mirror if you're making a spooky Doom mod and you want to leave the opportunity open for a trip to the mirror world later on. H-Bomber Guy did a whole video on how 3D games did mirrors. It's kind of cool. I like how this is considered toilet reading. Sounds like an exercise class. Left click, hold, drag, and release. Yeah, they had to, I think, put in a lot of effort because early 3D games didn't have a good idea of like how the environment should be worked and how the controls should work, and you got to explain this stuff.
To wear your clothes, drag them with the left mouse button onto yourself.
I was very impressed when I saw that my house had a mirror, not only mirrored the bathroom, but the garden through the window when you got into a really odd angle. Yeah. Well, some of the My House WOD mirrors are like a literal GZ Doom, please turn this into a mirror line def. Are we really wearing yesterday's clothes? Yeah, good point, Wobbin, let's not. But one of the mirror lines in My House is something else. Something else entirely. Like one game where the mirror was a window into a mirrored copy of the room that had a copy of your character running around. Yeah. The canonical example for this kind of error is Duke Nukem 3D, where they built a whole extra second room and puppeted around another Duke 3D guy. Avatar, here is a list of the skills you must learn and tasks you must perform before departing Earth for Britannia. Read one section at a time and then do what it is described. Refer back to this as often as you need. Learn basic movement and the use of items here in your home. Look with the mouse and walk by holding down the right mouse button. Use items by left-clicking on them, such as the TV, clock, alarm, books, etc. I have marked some items of special interest for you. Get dressed by left-click and dragging clothes onto yourself. Equip your tool belt, used for storage and quick access via function keys. There are more items of interest downstairs. Equip your backpack from the bookcase. Press B to open it, right-click to close. Get the gate key from your desk. Take your compass from the living room. Don't forget your journal. You will use this to save and load your game, and important information will be stored here. Some food might be nice. Left-click on food to eat it. And your next task is to train in combat beside your house. You will find your weapons outside. Play hopscotch. Learn to walk left, right, backwards, and jump. To leave your yard, you will need the gate key from your desk. With the key in your inventory, left-click on the gate. I like what a bossy journal. This is even worse than the voice. I assumed it was actually a portal of some sort. Yeah. There's only one or two that are actually portals. Explore and learn some advanced skills in the park nearby. Run down the trail by using the shift key, or press caps lock to make run your default. Learn climbing at the log on the scenic trail on the left. Watch out for wolves you may have to fight. Practice swimming in the pond. Look down while swimming to dive, and look up to surface. Don't stay under too long. You are now ready for your adventures in Britannia. Seek out the gypsy in her wagon. A note, all the Ultima games tend to refer to people as gypsies. Like the more technical term I believe is Romani, and gypsies do get a lot of flack over the years, and well, it's a bit of a stereotype, the fortune-telling gypsy. She's fine though, she's nice. She's gonna tell us about our adventure. Your friend, Hawkwind.
Notice the tool belt at the bottom of the screen. Items placed here may be used by left-clicking on the icon shown on the tool belt, or by pressing the corresponding function key. To place an item into your tool belt, left-click and drag it onto the desired slot. To remove an item from your tool belt, press the Q key to free your cursor from the center of the screen, then drag the items off of your tool belt. Don't forget to press the Q key again to lock the cursor back into the middle of the screen.
So yeah, a bit like System Shock, you can go from mouse controls the camera to mouse does this thing. So we've got a backpack now. The backpack is tiny. It's, what is this? 5, 10, 20 slots. So we're going to need to find bags to increase the storage space. And we're not counting weight of items anymore, just their volume. And their volume is just 1. Let's change the story then. She's actually a mysterious carnival palm reader, escaped from her machine. Nice. Too late, Avatar's cancelled, yeah. Here we've got a chest, and it's kind of cool. Like, you open the chest and you have to look inside. Use your head to look at the items. And while I'm on the subject, you don't get tooltips by default. You have to hold down the X key. Here's a map of the park. Which just immediately closes, so let's pick it up. Inventory, map of the park. So, I've lost my mouse, but we're in the top left corner there. We've got a backgammon board, a checker board. No secrets. And yeah, I have been thinking about changing the story in a way. I have my own headcanon, my own theory anyway, about the Ultima IX story. And, you know, we'll get into it, but the first most obvious thing is, why are we on Earth? I mean, if you've been following my Ultima 7 playthrough also, why are we a dude? But, you know, that's neither here nor there. They decided they want a voiced protagonist, and didn't want to have some sort of female voice actress involved, so we'll just do the one default generic kind of Aryan-looking male as the avatar. Ocean travel without a boat? Swimming in the ocean may sound like an exciting adventure, but it can be dangerous to swim in, places that are too deep. The waters in an ocean are turbulent and can cause a person to lose their breath and drown quickly. If you see your breath meter going down at an extremely rapid rate, this is a good sign that the waters are too deep. You would do best to turn around and swim back to safer waters and enlist the services of a boat captain. That's how the game will gate us into certain areas. Poison and its effects. I don't want to read so many books at the start. We'll come across lots of others later, but we'll skim through some of these that we might not find later on. The world is packed with items, but not everything you find will be useful. Since people have a limited amount of carrying capacity, some items will simply not be available to keep. They can be moved or rearranged, but they can't be taken with you. These items will show up in your tool belt or backpack as a red X. Be assured these items will not be needed, and you will need your space for other, more important things. Random books. More random books. Singular book. What can I tell you about the great Sir Ricardo? No. Stranger in a Strange Land. The Wizard of Oz. It's nice that we've got all these paintings here with cover art from other Ultima games. Let's go to the kitchen. Oh wait, first of all, computer. Game controls. Basic controls. Move forward, hold the right mouse button. Use item, left click. Take item, left click and drag over backpack. Read book signs, left click. Close book scumps, right click. Examine item, press and hold X key while reticle is over item. Run, shift, walk to the side. Now here's where it gets interesting. The default controls, if you want to strafe left or right, you hold Control or Alt while you're holding down the right mouse button to walk forwards. And of course, if you want to walk backwards, that's Control and Alt. Jumping is the spacebar. Swimming is fairly straightforward, actually. Climbing is the C key. Backpack is the B key. Q key does this pointer thing. We've already seen moving items with the mouse. Tab key gets us into combat. There's some sort of target locking thing, but I've never used it. Defend with a shield. I don't think I've ever used that either. There's a spell book, journal, and we're done. I've actually rebound some of the keys, so I'm able to use WASD because I found I was quickly going insane otherwise. Love me a good Neko story change. Yeah. So, I'll try and do this while I'm rummaging around here. And you know, this is just my headcanon. This is my theory that I have yet to test. Because it's been a long time since I've played Ultima IX. And maybe certain things in the game we will encounter will validate or disprove my theory. But we can feel free to ignore things that contradict our headcanon. And just, you know, decide on our own what the story should be. We're allowed to do that. Oh, lovely. Hey, Seribot, why did you not get that? Or am I not able to see mod actions now? It's weird. Hang on, just... Okay, yeah, Seribot's banned it. It's just I haven't seen that it was banned. Also, it looks like I'm still in slow mode. Does anyone else see slow mode on? I thought I turned this shit off. And Seribot is supposed to do it automatically. Seems unslow to me. Yeah, so I do slash slow off, and it tells me the room is not in slow mode. But if you could see what I could see, there's a little thing, top thing that says slow mode. Never mind. Where were we? Picking up cheese from the floor. Doing the dishes. Hello. First aid kit. That should be useful. Bet the Britannians have never seen first aid kits before. Slow mob. Yeah. Whoa, okay. Cursor left the screen again. So, there's some bread there. More cheese, yes. And let's just drink this wine, shall we? Some morning wine. Don't suppose I can cook this on the stovetop, can I? No. We do have a fully stocked refrigerator. What is that? That is a jar. Pie. I like pie. More cheese. And oh, what's this? Rat poison? I don't think we would want to eat that by accident. Oh no. There is one thing we absolutely must do, though. Oh, come on, come on. Close. Thank you. I don't want to leave my refrigerator door open while I'm visiting Britannia. Think of the electricity bill. We've got some floor bread here. Lovely. Let's bake some fresh bread, though. We've got some flour. And got some eggs. And, yeah, we've got some rat poison. Let's make some bread. Now, come on, bread. It's a bit smelly. A bit sort of glowing green, but I'm sure it's fine. Oh no! Got that. Good, good. Let's leave the map of the area there. Let's see. Have we clicked on this one?
To put items into your backpack, left-click and drag them onto the backpack icon. To view the contents of your backpack, press the B key.
The B key.
Once the backpack is open, you may drag items out of the backpack and place them in the world. Right-click on the backpack to close it.
Hubert's Hair-Raising Adventure by Bill Peet. Hubert the Lion was haughty and vain, and especially proud of his elegant mane. But conceit of this sort was not proper at all, and Hubert the Lion was due for a fall. One day as he sharpened his claws on a rock, he received the most horrible, terrible shock. A flaming hot spark flew up in the air, came down on his head, and ignited his hair. With a roar of surprise, he was off like a streak, away through the jungle to Zamboozy Creek. He jumped in kersplash with a shower of bubbles, and came up bobbing up with a head full of stubbles. At first he just stared with a wide open mouth, at the cloud of black smoke drifting off to the south. Then he felt with his paws, just in back of his ears, and suddenly realized the worst of his fears. "I'm ruined," he shouted. "Oh, what shall I do? I'd rather be dead or go live in a zoo. And if anyone sees me, oh, what a disgrace, I'd better discover a good hiding place." He looked all around till he finally spied an old hollow tree with a hole in one side. He squeezed himself in, but the fit was too tight. The last half of Hubert was still in plain sight. Also, I couldn't help but notice they misspelled mane at the start there. His elegant mane. But, I don't know, maybe he's a programmer. Made a particularly nice main function. Let's see what... Whoa. Let's see what Hawkwind has to say.
You can sit in chairs and lie down in beds, Avatar.
Ooh.
Left-click on the seat of the chair or couch to sit in it. Beds will work in the same manner.
Sitting. The sport of kings. So here's our journal, which we need to actually pick up. Now we have an actual user interface that lets us save and quit and things like that. We've got options. I've got everything on the highest quality for the moment, like the highest quality that the game lets you do from the sliders. We could later try hacking the game files, and there's also actually hotkeys you can use that are kind of debug hotkeys to manually increase the view distance.
Press J to read your journal. You will find that it contains a great deal of critical information for your quest. You can left-click in the table of contents to go directly to various chapters. To return to the index, left-click on the ribbon. Right-click on the journal to close it. You will be able to save the state of your deeds from this moment hence within this tome.
The fact that this game still let you interact with objects and move them around. Modern RPGs still didn't do that until Divinity Original Sin, Baldur's Gate 3, and even those aren't quite as interactive. True.
You still have much to learn before you travel to Britannia. Visit the training area on the northwest side of your house.
Yeah, like, Ultima games have traditionally allowed quite a lot of interaction. Especially 7, where you can basically give up on the main quest and spend your days baking bread. And yeah, like, it's the little details that add to the veracity of the world that you're in. The whole, but Dr. Yasmin, you can't do that in 3D, excuse people trot out when I bring up Ultima fucking 7 allowing you to do this. Well, Ultima 9 proves that it isn't actually a justification for modern RPGs being regressive. Yeah, like, you just need to add a little bit of interactivity here and there, and admittedly, the game engine, like the rendering here, was top-notch for its time. It looks a little dated now, but the extra little things... Like, do you know what I found the other day? We have a doorbell. You would never see this normally, but we have a button on the door that you can use to ring the doorbell. The developers put that in because they figured, yeah, a house would have a doorbell. Do we have a spare key under these plant pots? No. We've got telescopes. No camping. Someone has clearly set up camp there. Waterfall. Oh, okay, we're done with the torch, with the telescope thing now. So Hawkwind wanted us to go play hopscotch.
Do you remember this game? You
Hey, Old School J,
you are
welcome
more
in.
nimble than you think. You can move in all directions. Try traversing the hopscotch board by pressing the Control or Alt keys at the same time as the right mouse button.
Oh wow, that's an outfit.
All three together will move you backwards.
I don't know if there's a free look, so we can't really see the front of our face most of the time. And our extremely manly chest. We'll see that when we're talking to the gypsy later. But yeah, Milan Oscuro plays this too, and seeing him play it has made me feel like maybe I need to reassess it a bit. Might just be the writing that's lacking. Yeah, I think so too, Dr. Yasmin. I mean, you all know the meme. We've all seen Spoonie's video, and he makes a lot of good points. And in hindsight, we don't have to necessarily treat this as like, this is Ultima IX, it has to do everything that the rest of the series did. It can be its own game, with its own thing. It's just, yeah, the lore decisions are very strange. That's okay, I don't need to see the grizzled mane of chest hair. It's implied, yeah.
To equip your sword, drag it onto yourself. Pressing the Tab key will put you into combat mode, and you will draw your sword. While your sword is drawn, pressing the left mouse button will make you thrust with your sword. Press the Tab key again to sheath your weapon.
And look at this, we've got, like, physics objects in a game from '99. That's pretty damn impressive. So let's see, hopscotch. Whoa! Okay, we're gonna have to get used to that, or I'll have to figure out a fix to lock my cursor to the window. So yeah, hopscotch. Slightly easier to do it with WASD than the original controls. There's a bat. And I always wanted to get beyond here when I played back in the day, because I could see that the distant area there, clearly a billboard, clearly two-dimensional, and you can apparently like climb onto these things and try to do a jump and get it just right. And if you do, there is a lever behind the tree that will cause a bunch of teleporters to appear for like a little cheat teleport thing that'll get you gear and stuff. We're not going to cheat. We're going to play this as is. Unless we get stuck and we need to no-clip out of some horrible situation. Hello, puppy. Where did my cursor go? Hello? Pat the dog, Avatar. Did not include patting the dog animation. 0 out of 10. If you put a fence in a game at me, I immediately want to go behind it. Yes, Jay. I spent a lot of time in World of Warcraft going places I am not supposed to be, using various fun techniques until they inevitably spoiled my fun and patched some of the items to not let you go through walls like that. Alright, so that's our house. We played hopscotch. Oh, archery. That's right. That's a thing.
To equip your bow, drag it onto yourself. Don't forget to pick up the arrows sitting nearby.
Arrow!
Pressing the tab key will put you into combat mode, and you will arm your bow. Clicking the left mouse button will draw back an arrow, and releasing the button will fire it. Press the tab key again to unready your weapon.
And there's a button here to like zoom in. K, that's right. Check it out, bullseye. But we can go into the main park now, I think. Yes, here how we use keys.
Did you bring the key from your desk? Locked doors will be unlocked automatically. Britannia can be a dangerous place. So be sure to practice your combat and swimming skills here in the woods near your home. Once you feel you have mastered them, seek out the gypsy who will guide you on your journey.
I better tell a neighbor to feed my dog. I might be gone a while. Animals in park are not tame and may cause injury. Yep, there's a wolf. Unfortunately for dog lovers, Ultima IX does include a lot of wolf enemies. We'll just try and avoid them where we can. Whoop. I think it will let us kill the butterflies. Haha! Take that, butterfly! Ifrimi, welcome in. The voice in your head tutorial kind of makes you miss that big red guardian guy. True. He is quite incessant. At least the guardian only popped into my head moments here and there. We'll talk to the gypsy in a bit. Want to explore the park. There's a cave, there's a waterfall, there's all sorts. I love that you can hit the butterflies, yeah. Ah, there's another park animal. The never often seen bandit. We may have to defend ourselves from this fierce creature. My god. He's dead. I killed him. I'm a murderer. A wanted man. I'll need to escape somewhere. But where can I go? Got a short sword. We've got a blood. And we've got 8 coins. Aren't you on Earth? There's a melee bandit? Exactly, Dr. Yasmin, there's a melee bandit. Just some guy in a park in a bandit costume. Maybe he's from the Ren Fair and he got lost. We may be wanted by the police. Oh, also there's a rat. Like a dire rat. Which also had coins. Got a little camping spot here. Very nice. You would not be able to see this far in the original game, or at least not without heavily impacting your frame rate. I like how they just put Britannia random memory gen to the Earth part of the game, yeah. Oh, spider. Spooder alert. There are spooders in the game. So if you're sensitive to such, can you kill those geese? Can we ever? I'm assuming that's a request, Dr. Yasmin, and not just like a rhetorical question. Got it. Geese are vicious bastards. We're doing the local wildlife a favor. Gotta thin out their numbers. But yeah, we can swim.
You'll find that swimming is easy.
No, geese are magnificent creatures.
Look down. If you hold the...
So yeah, we can swim underwater. And every good waterfall needs to have treasure behind it. We have found some arrows. Arrowed. Anything else? More arrows. Feels like there should be something in there. Broken crate. Well, okay, I guess that's fair. Can I move the broken crate? Get at the delicious tender innards? No. Oh wait, I mean elephants. Geese can suck it. Suck it like a weed. So that's that way. I'm pretty sure there was a cave around here somewhere. Like, aside from the waterfall cave. Come on, this way. There's something weird about hitting shift to run, that you have to kind of pause for a moment to let it figure that you're changing speeds. I think the cave's this way. Yes. Okay, skulls, bones, a straw mat, a wine bottle. Normal thing to find in a national park. Take that. Ooh, healing potion. That's a normal thing to find on Earth. Wink, wink. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, can't do any sudden turns. That's probably for the best. Yeah, okay, there's just a carcass of some large animal here. and some barrels to smash. Nothing in them. Alright, I think we're ready to talk to the gypsy and fulfill our destiny. Rosé. Yes, Efremi? Couldn't walk past that goat for a second there. Wine. Yes, I'm playing this via wine. Oh, potion. I don't know. I think it's a straight up healing potion. Well, a red potion.
Welcome, traveler. Please be seated.
Can I do it again?
Greetings, Avatar.
Yeah.
Britannia awaits. This will be your ultimate challenge. The final battle for the destiny of Britannia. If you take this journey, you will never return to Earth again. Nor shall you return to Britannia. Are you now prepared for this most important quest?
Sitting on the back of a chair to assert dominance in my undies.
How should I prepare myself?
You must first search this forest. There is much you can learn here that will help you on your journey. You need to learn swimming and combat before you can travel to Britannia. Are you ready?
What journey?
Long have you been the savior of Britannia. 8 times before you have made this trip and saved Britannia from utter destruction. This time, you must finish the task. For after this journey, your future lies on a different path. Have you mastered combat, swimming, and the use of your equipment?
So I remember Spoonie, I think, nitpicked this. 8 times before have we gone to Britannia? I don't think that count is right. But I'd have to, like, go through the whole history to double check it. I know that, like, Ultima Underworld 2 takes place, like, a couple of weeks after the end of Black Gate. And then presumably we take a few months and go to Serpent Isle. And then to Pagan, which is not Britannia, so that wouldn't count as 8. Yeah.
What future path?
This I cannot see. I only know it to be true. Are you ready?
I am prepared.
I am prepared.
Good. Then let us begin the reading. I shall ask you a series of 7 questions. Give each question serious consideration. Your answers shall determine how you will begin your journey to Britannia. You have been sent to secure a needed treaty with a distant lord. If your host were agreeable to your proposal, but insulted your country at dinner, would you show valor or justice?
So this is cool, and harkens back to the earlier Ultimas. Did 6? Is 6 the one that introduced this? I can't remember. Not having played like 4 or 5, I wouldn't know for sure. But yeah, you get the little personality questions, and you get to decide which virtues represent you as a character, and it bases your character class on that. 2 happen straight under 7, yeah. Valiantly bean the slurs, bear the slurs. Underworld, the first one happens straight after 6, but is the protagonist of Underworld 1 the Avatar? I thought it was just some guy. Anyway. Ordinarily, we could, like, choose this based on what we feel like, and get allocated a character accordingly. But for this playthrough, there is only one correct choice. That is the path of valor. Or, no, sorry, honor. Valor and honor are different things.
Justly rise and demand an apology.
Your friend seeks admittance to your spiritual order. If you were asked to vouch for his purity of spirit, of which you were uncertain, would you show honesty or spirituality?
Let's be honest.
Honestly express my doubt.
You are an elderly, wealthy merchant, and your end is near. Will you show sacrifice or humility?
I think you're meant to be the Avatar in the first Underworld. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've only, touched it a little bit. We'll eventually wrap around, and I'll get round to playing that one on stream. I think we'll sacrifice my wealth to to feed hundreds of starving children, receiving public adulation. Hang on, I gotta... Okay. Yeah, I want the praise.
Sacrifice all my wealth to feed hundreds of starving children, receiving public adulation.
You have sworn to uphold a lord who participates in the forbidden practice of torture, and each night you hear the cries of tortured prisoners. Will you show compassion or honor?
Pretty sure you're the Avatar in Underworld, and it's set after 6. Adulation is a real world? Yeah. It's like... Fuck, I don't know dictionary definitions. People stan you. So here's the important choice here. We have to be honorable. Honor is most important above everything, and we must honor my oath and ignore my lord torturing people.
Honor my oath and ignore my lord's deeds.
Yeah, that's right, I think, Dr. Yasmin.
During a pitched battle, you see a fellow knight desert his post, endangering many as he flees. If you saw him set upon by several enemies, would you show justice or sacrifice?
Oh, let's run in to save our friend.
Risk the sacrifice of my own life to save him.
You have sworn to protect your lord at any cost, yet know he has committed a crime. If authorities asked you of the affair, would you show honesty or honor?
Honor above all else. He's a torturing criminal, but we swore to protect him.
Uphold honor by silently keeping my oath.
You are a bounty hunter sworn to return an alleged murderer. If after his capture you came to believe him innocent, would you show sacrifice or honor?
No. Honor. Honor all the way. I'm sure the courts will find him innocent if he really is innocent.
Honor my oath to return him as promised.
I know what it means, it just sounds like something I'd crunch together when I want to say 2 different words at once. Yeah. It's not a commonly used word, for sure.
Avatar, you have favored the virtue of honor. You will start your journey on the path of a Paladin. To help you on your way,
Paladin.
Your strength and intelligence will be increased when you go through the portal to Britannia. Your might and your magic skills shall be great. Once you arrive in Britannia, you will find a chest of supplies appropriate to your chosen path that I have left for you in the Tower of Stonegate. Use these supplies wisely, Avatar. Good luck, for your quest will be most difficult. Once in Britannia, seek out Lord British, the wise ruler of the land. Go now to Britannia. Your fate awaits you.
How did she get a chest of supplies into Stonegate? Could she just give them to me now? got a bag. And we have 56 coins. Like, yeah, just give me those supplies. You could make the trolley problem in this. Yeah, it might be interesting. I certainly think that the 3D card thing was a very cool effect. Are we trapped in this forever? Are we trapped in here? Yeah, the card effect was very cool. Ooh, lightning. Well, there's our exit. I sure hope no monsters come out of the portal.
Avatar, the Guardian must be aware that you were called to Britannia.
I didn't skip that. Fortunately, the Gazer is a magical creature, and here on Earth there is no magic, so it will be weaker than it would be. Bit dumb of the Guardian to send a Gazer then, right? Shouldn't he have just sent like a whole bunch of bandits? Or a guy with a machine gun? We've got a magical scroll out of that. Trapped behind a waist-high table, the fate of many noble adventurers who came before. Alright, let's go! Cutscene time. So, let me carefully move that. And play intro, I think it is. Sorry if the audio is getting a bit glitchy. That's a problem on my end. Do you show humility and humbly let the trolley stay its course? Or do you show honesty and give the trolley back its belongings? Oh no! Well, this is it. GG, everyone. RIP.
My lord, the Avatar has arrived in Britannia and has been easily dispatched by my worm guard.
Do not be so sure. The meddlesome champion of virtue is not so easily defeated.
Of course, my lord, but I ask you, where is he now? The Mirror of Darkness would reveal Lord British's lackey. If he had
The
lived...
Avatar has been teleported to a place hidden from the Mirror's sight. Our virtuous paragon could only have been taken to Stonegate, and by one of great power.
Shall I reduce Stonegate to a cinder, my lord?
No. I want the champion of Britannia to see what has become of the land and its people. I want to feel his rage burn as he sees what I have done to Britannia. You are to keep the Avatar occupied while I complete my plan for Britannia's conquest. What remains is yours when I am finished. Now leave me.
Yes, my lord.
Blackthorn.
Blackthorn?
You are indeed a fool to want Britannia. Once I have finished with it.
The Guardian sounds so weird in this, and he looks little. Yeah, he used to have a really big head that could stick through my monitor, and an enormous hand that could pick me up. And in Blackgate, they were building a throne room for him that was very large. Okay, I need to go back to this window. Okay. Yeah, I always imagined him like scale invariant and geometrically indefinable godlike. If pretend the Earth scene was all a dream, this could feasibly link to Ultima IX. I don't know, Sonneveld. For starters, that was Blackthorn. Blackthorn was defeated in Ultima 5? And banished to the land of wind and ghosts. And in Serpent Isle, we actually find a journal that was apparently Blackthorn went to Serpent Isle and lived out his final days there. Now, granted, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey things, you know, Mordra came from Serpent Isle and ended up in Skara Brae and died there. No, sorry, Mordra came from Pagan. It was that other guy we met that, yeah. So there could be a nice bit of hand-wavy, travel between worlds is weird thing, and maybe the Guardian dragged Blackthorn out from wherever he was banished to do a bit of service. But why? Banished to the Land of Wind and Ghosts is a great album name, yeah. A thought occurs, though. The Guardian needed the Black Gate to be built anywhere he was planning to travel, and he'd come out that way. So if the Avatar were to come out anywhere at the end of Pagan, surely it should have been in the Guardian's throne room. True. We built our own Black Gate obelisk thing, and we traveled that way, and as the end of Pagan showed, we ended up either on Britannia or somewhere where they'd built a gigantic Guardian head statue monolith building mountainside thing. That definitely wasn't Earth. So, yes, Sonneveld, you could say that was a dream, and then I woke up on Earth going, whoa, wow, that was a crazy dream. I have a different idea. I alluded to it while we were playing Ultima 7 Black Gate.
The Guardian obviously
and
knows
through
you
Pagan.
are here, Avatar. You will not be safe here at Stonegate for long. Unlike on Earth, you are now vulnerable.
Ugh.
There is also a chest of equipment in the corner of this room sent for you by the Gypsy.
Eventually this guy will shut up, but we still have a bit of tutorial to go through. Let me open up my journal and save, for we have managed to get through that first bit. Where was I? So, yeah. Dream, or, alternatively, my theory, which I can get into now without really spoiling Ultima IX too much and things, because we've been through that. If you haven't seen the end of Ultima 7 Black Gate, though, Sonneveld, I mean, maybe you would want to not know about things, and I'll just say that at the end you have a choice, and you can have the bad end, or the good end. And the good end is, of course, you destroy the Black Gate and prevent the Guardian from entering Britannia. But now you have no way back home. On the other hand, you can step through the Black Gate now and go home. And the game lets you do that. And that's like the bad end. The Avatar abandons Britannia, goes back home to Earth. So that got me thinking, what if that was actually like a thing that happened, And Ultima IX is exploring the consequences of that branching timeline. Wait, we had a book explaining potions here. Let me just review that, because they like to change them around sometimes. Black is invisibility, blue is mana breath, green is poison, orange is mana boost, purple is invulnerability, red is cure poison, white is infernal armor, so no more light potion, and yellow is healing. Does the avatar in U7 have a canonical brand computer? In the intro, is it like an IBM? We see the monitor and the keyboard. I don't think we see the main computer. But I remember the keyboard is that kind of standard IBM Model M keyboard. So it could be like an IBM. Don't know. Oh boy, this is a lot of books. Observations of Blackrock by Rudium the Mage. We read this book in Ultima 7. What better ways to pass time? When you're tired, it's always a good idea to rest. But what if you're not at home? Any bed will do, and a good night's sleep will refresh even the most worn down of warriors. You'll find the time will pass quickly, and you will feel quite refreshed. You hear that? Any bed will do. Feel free to just bed down with anyone. Spells for the beginner. Everyone wants to learn to cast spells. Not all spells are for the beginner, however. Some spells are simple and do not require any mana points to use, like Ignite, Douse, or Stone. But these spells, while handy, are not the ones that will really impress a date. Most everyone in Britannia has already seen the Douse spell, or the Gust spell. The real way to attract attention is to find the higher level spells. Once you've gained the skill and mana to use it, you'll be casting lightning storms and summoning daemons with the best of them. The higher level spell, the more mana it will consume, so be careful not to try too hard to impress people with your magical abilities. There are tales of a mage named Huertis, who was summoning reagents, then cast a charm spell to secure the attractions of a young lady, and was then promptly eaten by a nearby dragon because he had no mana left to fight back. His attempted tryst was unsuccessful, to say the least. Be sure that this doesn't happen to you, and watch your mana closely. Also, perhaps don't involve mind-affecting spells that remove people's willpower. That's probably a little bit immoral. A treatise on the law of gargoyles. We dealt with the gargoyles in Ultima 6. We're not likely to have to worry about them here. Observations of Black Rock. I saw that one. What about this one? Plant lore. Mistletoe is easiest to find in the spring. Cut the sprigs with your left hand for greatest effectiveness. Hibiscus leaves can be used to make a tea, which is excellent for sore throats. Never step on a dandelion, for it will anger any leprechaun who sees you do so. And damage and armor. There are meters on your screen for damage and armor. Wait a minute, there's a full suit of armor here in the corner. Can we just take that? He's got a halberd. But yeah. Halberd. Drag it onto myself. Why not? Give armor. Give weapon. Alright, I guess that's purely decorative then. Oh, there is a dagger in the corner though. Or a short sword. And I guess there's monsters nearby. Woo! Here's the spellbook.
Press S to access your spellbook. You will need to cast Ignite on the torch at the end of the hall to remove the force field that blocks your way. To cast Ignite from your spellbook, click on the Ignite spell icon. After the book closes, position the blue reticle over the unlit torch and left-click to magically ignite it. Spell icons may also be dragged into your tool belt, just like items.
Wait. Douse. Now something's bothering me about the spellbook. We've got E-stone, W-douse, F-ignite, A-gust. I can't actually push these. Can I? Yeah, I can't actually push these to cast a spell. They're not hotkeys. I don't know what they are exactly. Moody Mystery, welcome in. Greetings, hope you're doing well. You realize you're almost at the end of the Ultimas. The ultimate Ultima, yes. But eventually I will start again with Ultima 1. Because I have not played Ultima 1. Or all the way through 6, actually. Sorry, a bit coughing today. Earth, air, fire, water. Ah. Excellent observation, Carlfish. They are indeed linked to the elements. With water being healing, and air being lightning, and things like that. Cool. Oh, wait, we were going to cast things. Ignite. Inflam. They missed the trick not calling Ultima 8 Penultima. Hello, puppy. Meow purr. Yeah, she's having a snooze. But we are blessed to have the cat cam on stream today. It was actually interesting. She was going to go off to her little hidey hole, and I said, "Hey, puppy, come on! Like, you can sit on the sofa." And she actually stopped and turned around and decided to go sit on the sofa. Ooh, watch streak. 30 stream? Have I done 30 streams? That seems inaccurate.
Perhaps you have a spell that might be able to dispatch the vermin that guards the switch. Try the stone spell on the rat.
Yes, I apologize in advance if I ever do some random just catting stream and disrupt people's streaks. But it is just for gold coins, it is fake money, and I still don't have a lot of good redemptions, which I need to program in. I didn't really think Ultima IX was going to be the final one in those days. Yeah. You did more than 30 streams on the Black Gate alone. That can't be right. Ultima 7 games were famously quite short. Did you hear there's a speedrun of Ultima 7 Part 2, Serpent Isle, that's just under an hour and a half? Very short game. So let's see. Spell book. Stone. Pew pew! At least that stopped the battle music playing. Leather gauntlets. Don't mind if I do. So now we get to do the jumping puzzles of Ultima 8, but in 3D. Broken loot. Lever. Wonder who that's a painting of. Okay, carefully go down the ladder. The paintings are quite nice. Any other loot to have? Yep, we've got a red potion. Oh, also, let's check our inventory, because what did we manage to bring with us from Earth? A lot of the items got removed. We've got a map of Trinsic. Trinsic is apparently flooded now. We'll need to go there later. But for now... yeah, it doesn't really tell us much. Hey, no, drop it. There you go. And potions. But the poison bread did survive, so that's nice. I want to take that with us. What's this? Leather boots. Don't mind if I do. So in terms of today's stream, I figure we'll at least get out of the tutorial area and explore a bit. And then we can start properly questing next week.
Do you see the pressure plate below that vase?
No?
See if you can use your gust spell to move the vase off the shelf. You can try this now by casting your gust spell, then clicking on the item that you wish the wind gust to affect.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure that you're hearing the audio glitchiness, so I apologize about that. It's kind of due to how I've set up my ridiculous network of cables for the stream, so that you don't hear my constant Discord pings. But we will see what we can do about it, if it's a problem. Spellbook. Gust. Her. Yeah, the vase has definitely fallen off and hit the pressure plate. That is definitely what happened there. I suppose because it's involved, like, with the physics, they had to script that to make absolutely sure it was going to open the door. Ooh, we have a platform and a button. Whee! You don't have stream mode enabled for Discord? Well, I use Discord, I prefer to use Discord in a tab in my web browser rather than the app, which is just a glorified Chromium instance. But that does mean that it can't detect if I've got OBS open. Because why the hell should a website be able to detect what programs I'm running? Who designs a tower like this? Surely it was used for something at some point. How did people go about their day-to-day business? Good question, Stardrop. We saw paintings and vases and areas obviously designed to be inhabited, but also things like this. Big old Damon spa. Recent paintings at that. There's a good reason to use it through the website. Yeah, I find it's less buggy. And presumably it's using less memory. And I can do things like read the alt text because I can open the developer tools and pull out the alt text and copy paste it somewhere else. Whereas in the app it's just this thing that you can't interact with. I'm surprised Hawkwind isn't guiding us through this, but pick up some money, push another button. Can use streamer mode on OBS via a browser. We have to menu dive every time and remember not to turn off manually after this kind of Yeah, I could probably set something up, but I decided to go with, at least for the moment, a more global approach where only the game and other games and my sound alerts go to a special virtual audio device called Neko Stream Output, and then everything else defaults to Neko Combined Output. So things like Discord, WhatsApp, Google Meet, you know, all of those many things. Oh, that's right. C is for climbing. Of course. Why didn't I think of that? Anything by default that isn't the game that I want to capture, it'll just go to my headphones and not you guys. So I figured that would save my sanity in trying to hunt down a equivalent streamer mode for every single thing I wanted to silence. But as a side effect, it does seem to occasionally introduce audio glitches when the CPU gets a bit intense when running DOSBox and some of these old games, which is unfortunate. Oh no! Fire! What's that? It's a plaque. This tower is protected from unlawful entry by flames. To exit, clear the way to the source and extinguish the braziers. This tower is protected from unlawful entry. But I'm trying to exit. Clear the way to the source and extinguish... Okay. So can I use magic to do this? Douse. Let's put it on a hotkey, shall we? I'm glad this thing doesn't cost any mana. Ow. There, problem solved. Huh? Okay. Don't extinguish the braziers, they're important feminist symbols. I want to see why we've got these things in our hotbar. Okay, avatar gauntlets and avatar boots. But we just picked up nice leather boots and leather gauntlets. No, I don't want to wear them. Tamada. Okay. Turn. So we can see the ground. What are those? Leather boots. Equip them. Equip them? Okay. Now put the avatar boots on the floor, please. And the avatar gauntlets. It's funny that we immediately got upgrades to our starting gear, but okay. That's 2 streams in a row you've used Chinese. Have you been doing lessons again? No. I'm pretty out of practice. I have tuned into some content every now and again just to sort of practice my listening, which is still pretty bad. Okay, Q, turn that off. Open door. Aha! We've escaped the tutorial.
I have taught you all that I can, Avatar.
Oh no!
You still have much to learn. Once you step outside these doors, your enemies will be numerous. Nearby there is a cave. Within it lies the means to reach Britain, where you may seek out the wise Lord British. Fare thee well, my friend.
This short sword sucks! Oh god, it's coming right for us! Huh? Where am I? God, this is difficult to navigate. Oh, it's a teleporty thingy. Ha! Game's doing sneaky things on us. Alright. I need to drink potions. And, okay, it's nice and sort of, adds to the verisimilitude of the game, but you have empty potion bottles that you then have to discard. Where was the thing? Stone! There we go. We will deal with this rat at range. I don't know if that was a particularly beefy rat, or if, yeah, the default weapon just sucks compared to the broadsword we had back in Earth. Oh, look at all these weird symbols. I think it's trying to tell us something. Whoa, okay. Hold it together. There's the 3 Shadow Lords. And some vicious looking fish. No thank you. Slowly backing away. Don't agitate the fish. Where can we go from here? I remember we need to encounter our first worm guard. Or second if you count the opening cutscene. Maybe we'll save as well, just, was there a quick save option? Probably not important, since saving to disk is a lot faster than it was back in the day.
Welcome back, Avatar. Wait until you see what I have done to your beloved land. You and I will have some fun together here in Britannia.
Oh good, Muppet face is still in my head. Hello.
I see! You've come at last. You're too late, Avatar. Britannia is ours. My master will be most pleased with me when I bring you to him.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I am Kalando of the Worm Guard, and I'm going to use your capture to gain rank in the Guard.
What's a worm guard?
Get out of my way while you still live.
So it's a fight you want? Excellent. I can't wait to kill you.
Oh, no, come on. Cursor. Yeah, I think the stone spell is going to be our go-to for a bit until... Oh, okay, we've got a scimitar. Pity we can't take his Wormguard outfit. That was pretty sweet. Blood, 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 blood. Okay, nothing else. And let's discard this stupid short sword. Where will we go from here? We seem to be in Lord British Castle. Which means there's a teleporter straight inside Lord British's castle. Which means the Wormguard could have taken that. In fact, did he come from here? They could just launch an invasion of the castle anytime they want. Another thought. Does the fact that the Avatar can hear the Guardian in Pagan imply there's a Blackrock cube generator somewhere in Pagan? Interesting. Pagan is ruled by the Guardian, that's true. Although, you know, you could say that the Guardian and the Avatar have some sort of weird connection going on, but that would just be strange. Yeah, probably just because it's pagan.
So, you have arrived at last. My name is Hennington. I'm Lord British's seneschal. I run his daily affairs. He has been expecting you for quite some time. You should go find him right away. He needs to talk to you. It's very important.
Why would we be expected? Well, in Ultima 7 it's supposed to be ruled by him, but you get there and he's nowhere to be fucking seen. Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, he's in Britannia, I guess. He's a very busy guy. He's got a lot of worlds. He's got a whole multiverse to conquer. Have you seen Underworld 2? Like, for some reason, there's a whole multiverse of alternate Britannias and alternate avatars and alternate Dupreys, but it's still that one Guardian guy. Might I ask you some questions?
May I ask you some questions?
Certainly not. You need to talk to Lord British. It's very important. Now go.
What? What a rude guy. Well, Kingy will sort him out. Me and Kingy, we go way back. Yo, LB! How's it going? Do you still have my spellbook and Orb of the Moons? And I'll need a glass sword or two. Have you seen the gang around? Dude, you're looking a little grey. That's not Lord British.
Avatar, it is you at long last. I sent word seeming ages ago and have awaited your arrival day and night, and now you're here. Welcome back to Britannia, Avatar. Sadly, I fear that I have little to offer you, but what I have is yours. I tell you truly, Avatar, trouble, very serious trouble is afoot in our land, and we need your help if Britannia is to survive in peace and security.
Yeah, you'd think that Pagan was ruled more overtly by the Guardian, but it turns out when you get there that he's like their secret hero figure. No, sorry. He was the secret destroyer figure, and like, oh no, he's been defeated by the Titans, and like, yay Titans. There's meant to be a throne. There's Palpatine's plan to conquer world, and he just is, I don't know, bails on it straight away and does nothing with it. Yeah. If there's spare Dupreys, we don't really care about the one who died in Serpent Isle. That's true, Stardrop. It is very unfortunate that Duprey is dead in Serpent Isle and part of the Earth Serpent now. His spirit is inexorably linked with the Serpent of Balance so that we could save the world. His heroic sacrifice. What of evil has been unleashed in Britannia? Also, who are you? Dear friend, escape with me back to my world where we'll be safe.
Dear friend, escape with me back to my world where we'll be safe.
Britannia is my world, Avatar, my beloved home that
What?
I have sworn to protect.
No, dude, you're from Earth.
You know that I cannot leave Britannia.
Like, I know you've built up a cult following here, LB, but like, we can go to another world and start over. It's fine.
What evil has been unleashed in Britannia?
I'm not entirely sure.
I'm not entirely sure.
Giant columns have sprung from the ground. My advisors tell me that there is sickness in many areas, poverty in others, and that strife is spreading. I am told that the people have grown discontented with my rule. Yet I know not what to do.
Have you
I
tried
fear that
paying the servants?
Only you can solve the mystery of this pernicious darkness, Avatar. I know that I have asked much of you over the years, but we need you now more than ever. Will you dedicate yourself to our survival?
What mystery of this darkness? It's the Guardian. We know it's the Guardian, right? When we left, I was going to find Batlin, wasn't I? Or was that some other person? A serpent of chaos, I thought. Oh, chaos, yes, that's true. Which seems like it would get on his nerves. The twist of the U9 ending would be everyone goes to Pagan and helps rebuild there. Yeah, they've got land. The Britons will go back to Earth. Yeah, just an invasion. I fear that I must resist this hardship, farewell. I'm just not sure that I'm up to this.
I'm just not sure that I'm up to this.
Not sure? Avatar, you are the hero of Britannia. I know that in the past I have leaned heavily upon you, but who else could I turn to? Who can I turn to now? What shall I do? Shall I beg you? Shall I, the monarch of this land, bend my knee to my old friend and beg you to save my land? If that is what it takes, that is what I will do. Tell me, Avatar, what must I do? But I must have an answer from you. Will you help us?
Okay, fine.
On my word.
Thank you, Avatar. You have truly given this land a hope for survival. I suggest that you first go to the dungeon Despise. It is located just northeast of Britain. It is easy to find. Just look for the great column that reaches into the sky. The entrance to Despise is next to the column. Are you in need of more detailed instructions, or do you think that will suffice?
It's fine, I've been there lots of times.
No, thank you. I'll be able to find it.
Very well. Still, let me give you this map. It is certain to help you in your journeys. Within the dungeon you will find one of these columns, and with it, perhaps some answers. Of course, you're free to take any supplies that you find here in my castle. In fact, I have had a room upstairs prepared for you should you wish to use it. There is even some money there.
Money?
Take it and use it to buy supplies or whatever you may need in town. I will do anything that I can to aid you in your quest. May all of the virtues be with you, my son.
Wait, my son? Daddy? Is it you, Daddy? Yeah, stupid fucking writing. It really needs work. A lot of the game is really cool. The rendering engine, ahead of its time. The music, we can talk about the music for a second. They got an actual orchestra to perform the music, and a lot of it's really good. The game seems great until they start talking. Yeah, Dr. Yasmin, like, this is why I've got my headcanon idea of, like, a rewrite. The avatar we're playing is the avatar that bailed on Ultima IX, the Black Gate, and just buggered off home back to Earth. And as a consequence, the Guardian trounces all over Britannia. I can't really explain that old geezer that's on the throne. Maybe he's like a double, a fake Lord British that the Guardian has installed. That would make sense, right? Because we know where the real Lord British is. Shall we go take a look at the real Lord British? Good headcanon, this is the dark timeline. Yeah. We never went to Pagan, never went to Serpent Isle. We went home for a bit and then decided, okay, feeling a bit guilty, we'll go back to Britannia and see what's up. The music I will not criticize, except for Rule Britannia. It is a bit much, Rule Britannia. But most of the music is great, yes. I was especially on the starting soon screen, I was listening to the Undead theme. It was really cool. Why the fuck was he on Earth? How? I already suggested that to Dr. Yasmin, Stardrop. Why did they write this? Apparently totally ignoring the previous game's plot. It does, yeah. Apparently the game went through several rewrites. And is this the way down to the dungeons? No, this is a way up to some secret area. Let's have a look anyway. Whee! Like, literally the entire previous game is about the Avatar figuring out a way to enter a moon gate to Britannia. The entire previous game. Yeah, that was your objective. All the time, the Guardian was taunting you. Hey, Avatar, I'm invading Britannia now. Try and stop me. And you're like, okay, yeah, I've got to get back to Britannia to stop him. Why would we go to Earth? Like, assuming we had some modicum of control over where we went. And I think Sonneveld's dream theory, like, has some merit. You could say that, like, we went through there and had a vision of Britannia, but we still accidentally ended up on Earth. Like, what was it at the end of Pagan? You were talking with Mistran, and or you were reading the book on planar travel, and it was like, yeah, assemble some fragments, infuse them, and bring with you, like, an item that's, like, you know, temporally aligned with the plane that you want to go to. So maybe because it was us, we're from Earth, it took us back to Earth? I like my dark timeline theory. It has its holes, like how do we summon Pyros later if we've never been to Pagan, and other things. But it would explain things. I want to see how far I can take this theory. And hell, maybe I'll write like a dialogue patch for this. Uniting Exalt would be faster because we wouldn't need to do any art, or very little art anyway. Yeah, I think it might be Alzheimer's, right? The Alzheimer's theory. I mean, also you've got the indoctrination theory for Shepard from Mass Effect. Like Mass Effect 3 being another clusterfuck of writing. Did we really just come up here for a little bit of gold? Maybe we're playing like an indoctrinated avatar as well. Anyway, I'm sure there'll be other holes that we need to sort of figure out, but we'll come across those as we get to them, because I don't remember the exact plot too well. Something something Raven, something something columns, worm guards. Mass Effect 3 was such a letdown after 2, which was absolute perfection. Hey, Gareth, welcome in.
Hello,
is this Jeffrey?
My name's Olson.
No.
I can't tell you what an honor it is to meet you, sir. I've heard about you all my life, but I never thought that I'd get to meet you. You know, I'm a fighter myself. Maybe someday I'll be as good as you are.
I doubt it.
What's your favorite weapon style?
Well, sword and shield, mostly, but it depends on what I'm fighting, you know? For instance, a staff is much better against a skeleton, but I prefer a sword when fighting another person. Now, when fighting a goblin, I like a battle axe because of the sheer damage it does. Well, you know, different moves and weapons for different opponents.
Goodbye, Olson.
Goodbye. It's been a pleasure talking to you, Avatar.
Goodbye. If time didn't pass on Earth so much faster than Britannia... Hang on, let me catch up. Which is an odd choice, because the Avatar knows time on Britannia goes way faster than on Earth. Right. Yeah, you could almost argue, like, oh, I know, we'll take a sneaky detour to one of those other worlds we found in Underworld 2. Sorry. Rule Britannia is getting on my nerves. As a British person, it just gets under your skin. That's a big sword. Time, wibbly wobbly. Maybe, yeah, you go to a place where time moves slowly, you train like Goku, and then you come out of that to Britannia, and you're like Super Saiyan and Guardian, yeah, pew pew pew. Mass Effect 3 was such a letdown. Agree. I actually never bothered playing 3, I'd seen enough. Q. Scrolling chat. Clicking. If you do a rewrite, Bags being the Guardian when you crowdsource voices, yes. Ending retroactively ruin the trilogy, yeah. First two What's the point knowing half the plot becomes a point? Yeah. You missed a lot further up, I think. Well, a bit. It's fine. Oh, the music stopped. Thank goodness. I can think. Think, Neko, think. Do that brain thing that you do so well. You had an MRI today. You confirmed that the brain is present. Yeah, Mass Effect 2 started going off the rails with the end boss. Why would you build a humanoid Reaper? Why? Why? Oh god, let me use it back. How did the Avatar summon Pyros anyway if he's dead? Yeah, is he summoning Pyros from inside himself? The Pyros was inside you all along, Stardrop. I'm not sure if we really, like, defeated, like, killed Pyros, or if we just defeated Pyros. Money? Oh no, come on, don't show the Avatar's crotch. That's TOS. I'm getting distracted. Pyros was just subdued or locked away or even banished. Yeah, because, like, you steal his essence to power the obelisk. Maybe you kind of have a link to him. Okay, I could see that. A version of Ultima IX where he has the Titans in his head would be awesome. Yeah, they're just, like, bickering and really pissed off that he's done all this stuff. Like, oh, this is your world, is it? Pretty nice. Hope nothing bad happens to it. Okay, let's just get down and find LB. Can't remember where the firstly, where the exit is. Where the dungeons are. At least they've kept the secret passageways here. Does that teleporter lead to the dungeons? I think it does.
Stop right there. Let me get a look at you.
Hi.
Oh, you're the Avatar, ain't you? What in the name of the virtues are you doing down here in this jail?
What's your name, guard?
My name's Tyson.
Do you have people locked up in here?
Yeah, it's a jail, ain't it? I get the worst criminals down here. Feel free to look around, but don't open up any of them doors. I gotta keep these people locked up. In fact, I wouldn't even recommend that you talk to any of them. I got one mental case in there that's a complete loon, as delusional as they come.
I've got to go now.
I've got to go.
Don't blame you. I'd like to get out of here myself.
And by here, he means the voice recording studio. It would have been cool to see Garrett's original U9 idea set on the Guardian's homeworld. Yeah. Based on some random thing I remember reading, I thought that Ultima IX went through script rewrites until eventually they did actually get Garrett in to do a sort of final pass over it, which confuses me because I would have thought it would be a lot more adherent to the actual previous Ultima lore.
Hey, I told you not to do that. It's not in your best
You didn't tell me not to open up the
disobey
jail.
orders from me. These criminals gotta stay locked up for good. Understand?
Okay. But, like, there's no one in here, dude. Hi. Can't talk to that guy. Where is LB? Are you here?
Let me go. Go find the Avatar. he'll tell you that I am the great Lord British. I have ruled here in Britannia for generations.
I am the Avatar. And you are indeed my liege. Can I open it?
What's the matter here? Are we not speaking the same language? Are you deaf or just slow? Leave those bars be! Stupid people coming down here making my life hard. Why ain't he out saving the world or something?
Because I want to free the rightful Lord of Britannia. How do I get him to do another dialogue?
Let me out of here. I've been wrongly imprisoned. I am your sovereign. I am Lord British. I command thee to let me out of here.
I agree. Yeah, I'm trying to do it. But there's like a door. There's a door in the way. Sorry.
Psst. Hey, do you know Chuckles? He had a bit to drink, and I fear the bottle got a better hold of him than any woman ever could. He'd let me out. He would.
I think Garrett was probably only loosely involved since the release version of U9. A lot of the Origin OGs had quit during its development, yeah, because of EA's bullshit. Yeah, the company was pretty gutted at that point, I think. And then the guy who ended up as the project lead had never even worked on an Origin game. He'd only done movie ports on SNES and Genesis. Garrett was more involved in the first few versions of U9. Yeah. It would certainly be interesting thematically here, right? That maybe Garrett decided he'd put himself in as the self-insert character, but not as Lord British, but as this deranged loon who is locked up in jail. Kind of a way to send a message, you know? Like, he no longer has creative control over the project. He no longer has control over the kingdom. That would be my conspiracy theory guess, anyway. I was always irritated that I couldn't just, like, go, oh yeah, that's totally Lord British. I recognize him. Let's let him out.
Let me go. Go find the Avatar. He'll tell you that I am the great Lord British. I have ruled here in Britannia for generations.
Yeah, I think his dialogue's just looping now. And no one in there. Seth Mendelsohn, who was the final version of U9's product lead, his last three projects to U9 were Spider, the video game, on PS1, and The Lion King on SNES.
Right there. Let me get a look at you.
No. And then Lion King on Game Gear. Yeah, not quite an RPG-heavy portfolio there. Okay, let's get out of the castle before I go completely mad. Hey, check out that view distance. I remember when I played, you had to go through this big foggy area until eventually this archway. Yeah? What are you laughing about? Okay. Big foggy area and this arch would loom out of it, and you know, like if you're standing on the bridge, you wouldn't be able to actually see anything else around you. So this is as high as the game will allow by the menuing. There were some hotkeys I found that I could play around with. Did I mess with the config file? I haven't. I mean, I've messed with the config file to fix the black rendering issue and to remap my keys. There is something else. Did I leave a tab open? Probably not. Ultima Wiki. There was some key bindings that I thought I might experiment with to change the view distance. No, not there. Was it in the, like, config file? Default K-map. Yeah, there it is. Engine tuning commands. So we've got control left bracket and control right bracket is the clipping pane. The fog is advancing, Avatar. We must do something. Oh, okay. It's going away now. Scary fog is going away. And yeah, we can push it way further. Although we're mostly just seeing distant terrain there. Can we see the rest of Britain? The writer for U9's release version was actually a guy who'd been working on Ultima since 6, which is a mystifying one. There may be a project lead who didn't know much about the series had something to do with it. Yeah. It could be the lead was making decisions like, oh, we want to attract new people to the game, so we can't assume anyone's played anything before. Which is fair. But then they were like, let's start on Earth as a way to have the tutorial area and teach you how to use the controls. And, you know, it would conflict with the story, but accessibility was prioritized, I guess. But, you know, you could still do accessibility while keeping with the lore. You could have the Avatar arrive somewhere safe in Britannia. I mean, they teleported you to Stonegate, so you did the Stonegate tutorial. You wouldn't really need the Earth tutorial. Okay, so that was left, right bracket. Control backslash is clipping pane reset. So let's just push it out until I can see some mountains. And then there's shift left bracket and right bracket, or control shift, which is a middle plane. The world is disappearing around us! Oh wow, that's kind of weird. You can see the ground, but not the buildings. Did you just call me an idiot? That's pretty decent. I think the developers never imagined a computer would be able to run this with this much view distance. Or at least not a computer of the day. Okay, cool. We have a skeleton in a stockade, in a pillory. What's the story here? Did they imprison someone in stocks, and the person died and started to decompose, and people were like, yeah, leave him there, he hasn't learned his lesson yet. And they kept decomposing and attracting flies and vermin to the middle of town until eventually it was just bones. And they were like, nah, leave him in. Gotta serve as an example to everyone else. Mzizzy, welcome in. You like my Frameroo? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's just a Halloween decoration, of course. Of course, we're playing the game in October. The game knows this, and it's added the spooky themes to everything. Nice. I will temporarily remove the poppy cam. So I based it off of the virtue card for honor, because honor is very important as a paladin, because we are a paladin. But I had to stretch it a bit to fit the side. Pretty happy with it. Doesn't show the lead's never been involved, yeah. We also had a Hollywood writer constantly doing rewrites on the script and doing the final version's development. Yeah, that's never a good sign, like, rewrites on the script while you're in the middle of, like, developing the actual game. So, between the Hollywood script doctor and project lead who didn't know about the franchise, and Garrett not being deeply involved for quite some time, you can see how the story and writing ended up this way, yeah. Nonetheless, like, we know it's a problem. We can still appreciate the game on its merits, and perhaps make up our own story as we go along. For example, I love that we've still got a day-night cycle, or at least after Pagan we have re-implemented the day-night cycle. And look, you've got stained glass windows. It's nice. Also, they learned their lesson from Pagan, and despite having voice acting for everything, we've got subtitles.
Greetings, sir. Please forgive my outburst, but so much tragedy has befallen my family. Our son has gone away, and we haven't heard from him. Now the rest of us are in desperate need of serpent wine, but there is none available. What are we going to do? I fear that we're all doomed.
Our son went missing.
I'm sorry that there is nothing that I can do for you right now, but I will see if I can find some serpent wine.
Thank you, kind sir. Thank you.
Our son went missing, and we're all out of booze. Never mind the missing son. I'll try and find you some wine. I know it's supposed to have special properties or whatever, but it's just hilarious. Oh, okay, church loaded in a bit weird there. That's a bit loud. No, let's get out. I'm not missing. There you are, son. There you are. A bit loud or perfectly loud? I don't know. It's always difficult because it's louder in my headphones sometimes than it is for use. But look at this. We can see the sign of the inn or whatever that is. Spell shop? From all the way over here. I mean, it's just a sign. We don't know what it is. What is this building? Supply shop? We could do with some supplies. Got some stuff in glass cases. Maybe we can steal that later. How are you doing, Emmy? I am tired and kerfuffled from my brain scan earlier today. They found a brain in there. It's very worrying. But look at that. Windows that you can see out of in a game from 2000. We could just rest in this person's bed, but we won't do that yet. They did? Wow, yeah. Not sure what to do about it. Brains are trouble. Why would someone have keys for sale? Can we take these keys? Ooh, do we have a keyring in this game? Or I don't think we get a keyring, do we? We actually have to hold individual keys around like a chump. But this is definitely some sort of supply store. And the merchant is not in at the moment, which means we can legally help ourselves. Oil flask, oil lamp, frying pan, yeah. Fishing pole. Let's take a fishing pole. Can we fish in this game? I guess we can't, because we can't drop it on ourselves. Boo. Tired? Make a cue. Ugh. Mouse. Maybe take a cue from Poppy. Poppy seems happy. She does. You're very cute. People love you. Everybody loves seeing you. Yeah, running out of brain cell, honestly. It has gotten us up to the 2-hour mark, I think. So we could... Is that a powder keg? Ooh, let's take the powder keg. Let's do... Oh, come on. We pick it up. We put it in our backpack. Come on, game. Can we ignite the powder keg at least? Maybe doing a little quick safety save? Linear spells, ignite. No, we cannot ignite the powder keg. What about that torch over yonder? Yeah, okay, you can ignite torches but not powder kegs. What about something in these barrels? This store owner is gonna be pissed when they get back. See, look, we can see there's oil flasks in there, but I can't quite pick them up through the broken barrel. Alright, I guess we can't open those crates. Well, time to go do something I don't really feel like. I hope that's not too unpleasant for you, son. I'll be wrapping up stream now, I think, because brain and things. Let's park ourselves in the museum, because the museum has a few things to say about the Avatar's history, and we can get into that next time. For starters, I find it very perplexing that in the museum we have like record of all of the Avatar's exploits. Addiction counseling. Yeah. Good luck with that, son. Lord British is still tweeting as of last week about being optimistic about getting the Ultima IP back. That would be cool if it can happen. It's not like EA is doing anything with it. About the only thing EA is doing is they've repurposed the Origin brand for their shitty game downloader. But we'll leave off here in this packed and bustling museum. You can hear all of the people chattering as they go about wandering the exhibits. So many people. Yeah, we've got this tapestry, and it includes all of the Avatar's exploits, and apparently even our time in Pagan. Don't know how they know about that. Apparently it's a magic tapestry. Whenever you see something like that, a wizard did it. Yeah, a few months ago he tweeted he hopes if he gets them back, doing remakes of everything from 4 onwards. That would be cool. I want that on the side of my 1976 custom van. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Like, the artwork is very nice. Even if it is wrong, because it's a guy, we all know Poggers the Avatar is a woman, and sometimes an automaton. But yeah, that will do it. To be fair, a wizard is a reasonable explanation for a magic tapestry, yeah. If I walk... Is there a sound source I can walk away from so I can wrap up? Maybe we'll just save. Which is J, not S. And then maybe exit? Yeah. The 3D spellbook for the main menu, like the journal rather, I mean, was a very cool trick. And it lagged my machine out a lot. And I remember thinking, this is really annoying. Why didn't they just do a 2D spellbook menu like they did for Pagan? But once you have the machine that's powerful enough to run it, it's very cool. Maybe that's Poggers with short hair, or maybe Hawkwind. Alternate time, yeah, who knows. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. It's exciting. We're doing Ultima IX at last. And... who knows how long this will take? I don't. Could be a lot. Like, I don't remember most of the story beats other than, like, go to column, go through dungeon, etc. Cleansing shrines. We'll see how it goes. And being as this is the spooky season, I have thought about maybe doing, like, a midweek stream for 1 or 2 little indie horror games. But that's going to be completely up to whether or not I feel like I have energy. So, take that on notice. Midweek stream. Yeah, maybe, possibly, perhaps. Some people believe. But that'll do it for a stream. I think that's good. We, doubles an echo. Yes. We can go say hello to someone now. let's go say hi to Useless City, who is playing Prey. They're playing Prey, the Moon Crash thing, which, as I understand it, is not the same as the main game Prey. It's like some different thing that they released later, I think. As I haven't played Prey, I don't know much about it, and I'll probably leave the stream to avoid spoiling myself. DLC, yeah, I figured as much. But Zeddy is cool. Zeddy is a Aussie streamer, plays a lot of these immersive sim type games, like Dishonored, Thief, Prey, and they're cool. And we can go say hi to them. Yeah, no G-Funk on at the moment. Did you catch them yesterday? I think I saw you in the chat. They were just chatting with Rosalika. Might be taking a break after PAX. I would, yeah. So raid message is PR /raid might work. Who the fuck knows? There's a new /raid browser command. Okay, but we know where we're going. What's a streamer? That's a good one. Okay, raid's been created, but it hasn't done the pop-up again, so I can't click to make you guys shuffle off early. I'm going to have to actually wait this one out. That sucks. Why has... Because it can't be BTTV, because I don't have BTTV in OBS. And it can't be the fact that I'm using Firefox, because I'm not using Firefox in OBS. It's just all of the raid features have stopped working for me specifically. Like, fuck this one guy in particular. Quick, tell us an Ultima story. I once had a dream about... you know the debug room in Ultima 7 Black Gate? I swear I had a dream about that before I actually encountered it. Like the teleporters and everything. And another time, me and my sister and family were actually on holiday in Australia before we came here permanently. And apparently my sister sat up in bed suddenly and said, "Oh, I've got to show you this." Because we'd been playing Ultima a lot, and she'd apparently discovered something in the dream. I thought you were going to say I had a dream about features on Twitch not working, even though they should work. Well, Twitch is just janky. Here we go. Stream end.